Hey Merfam, happy to see you guys, long time no see. I am so excited to be getting back into making videos, and the first one is about a new tail. Yay! So clearly he doesn't like when I'm not talking to him and I'm talking to a computer, so we're going to see if this keeps him quiet. Right, Bogey? Yeah. So, the reason that this video exists, I have a new mermaid tail and I am so excited. It is from Finfolk Productions. I love their work and I've wanted a mythic for the longest time ever. There is a sale coming up if you are just seeing this. It's at the end of the month, so save up. So I got a peek at one of the colors and they are amazing. And if you want to know more about them, I suggest joining the Pod Squad. It is, I believe, $5. You help them towards their new factory, and then you get into this Facebook group. You get a whole bunch of early access to sales. You get to see first looks at colors. It's great. Totally worth it. I love it. And that's how I ended up with my tail. They post every time they get and find new merchandise in their warehouse, and they tell the Facebook group first so that everyone can go check it out. So I'm sitting at school one day, and I'm on break, so I'm looking through Facebook, and I see that they got new misprints in. Now, the misprints have a small issue with them. Usually it's not super visual, but sometimes it can be really bad. So I took a chance and I got it. It was on sale. And it's perfect. Oh my god, just let me show you guys. Look at it. Oh my god. It's perfect. I got the Aqua Fairy, so it has a lot of blue in it. And then at the top, and down on the tips of the fluke, you can't really see it that well in here, it has a whole bunch of purple on it as well, two of my favorite colors. So I get it in, I see the misprint, I'm freaking out, I go to put it on, and it doesn't fit. My butt is too big, and so are my thighs, so it's just motivation for me to lose more weight than I was anticipating, and to make it fit. I've tried it on a few times since, and it definitely has gotten stretchier, so it fits better now. So if you get one of these, which I definitely suggest you do, give it a few try-ons just to make sure that it doesn't fit if you're worried about it. So I want to go into some of the properties of this tail. I'm going to compare it to my partial silicone that I made in a previous video. And yeah, let's get going. There are vinyl inserts, and they're very thick vinyl that help hold the fluke shape. And then you're going to want to get a a finished shooter, or I don't remember the exact one I got. And you're going to want to put that in here. That's going to be your best monofin to go with. You don't want to use something from like Suntails or Swimtails. You don't want to use their stuff. The shape of it won't quite fit in here. I tried to fit mine in here. It was a disaster. I gave up halfway through. But yeah, so it's a huge fluke, and it's just very pretty. It's very thick neoprene fabric, which is really nice. It won't rip as easily as something like a Swimtails will. You have an elastic waistband down here. It doesn't have a lot of stretch. He's gonna be the death of me, I swear. It doesn't have a lot of stretch in it, but it's still nice. And then down by where you put your monofin in, you have a zipper here that is the same color as the tail, so it blends in really nicely. So you can kind of still see the zipper right up there, but not really. So it hides the monofin and everything really well. So real quick, I'm going to grab my partial silicone tail and we're going to compare the two. Alright guys, so it's going to be a lot easier for me to show you this one because the entire fluke is that. So I have a very small fluke. I based this on a Swimtails basic fabric tail to use with their monofin, so nothing fancy. I definitely wanted something more fancy that looked a lot better in photography, which is why I ended up getting the Finfolk fabric tail. But at least with this one, it's lighter. Even with the monofin in, it is still lighter than the Finfolk without the monofin. So if you want something that looks more realistic, but you don't want the weight, or you want comfortable swimming in the weight, I suggest going with the partial silicone that I made in a previous video as opposed to going with a Finfolk. However, if you don't have the patience or the time to set aside to make the partial silicone, these are awesome. You just gotta get used to the weight on your ankles. Looking up at the top of mine, you can already see this is a bigger waistband, which is more comfortable. It has about the same amount of stretch. It's not elastic though. And this one I was able to customize all my colors, and it's very shimmery. And a lot of you have been reaching out to me on my previous videos asking how I did all this, and if the pigment has been coming off. And I will say that it's not as shiny as when I first did it, and that some of the pigment has come off in the pool. So especially my top, which I made after the tail, if I'm swimming around, you can see some of the pigment coming out in the pool. It is completely natural pigment though, so it's not going to hurt any water or anything that lives in the water that it goes into. So I would definitely say go with the Finfolk if you don't have the time to do it and you're comfortable with such a heavy fluke. And if not, still go with this. It was a lot of fun. It took a while. But it was a great time, and I've seen some pictures of other people that have done it off my tutorial, and I'm going to be completely honest, theirs look so much better than mine do. They look amazing. So I think I've learned from them, and I'm looking forward to trying again. Now, I haven't gotten to go in the water with my Finfolk yet. That is actually going to be this weekend, hopefully, and I will get some footage out to you guys in the next 2 weeks. Ideally, I'm taking my own camera out this time, so I'm not waiting on someone else to send me footage. And I will let you know how it swims, what it looks like underwater, and then I'll give you more of a bang for the buck. In that case, however, I am going to say that this tail is a great value. So, brand new, no misprint, these tails retail for $335, which was way above what I wanted to pay for a fabric, but now, seeing it, I would definitely pay another $300 for a fabric of this high quality. Like I said, the fluke is fantastic. I'm going to tell you more when I actually get to move in it, but everything I've seen and read says that it moves beautifully through the water. It has such a natural look, which is what I was going for, because my partial silicone really doesn't. Now, what I paid for this is, since I got the misprint, I ended up paying, I think, $150 for it. So I got it like half price, over half price, or under half price, I guess. And I could not be happier with what I have. Even though it doesn't fit me perfectly, I'm going to lose the weight. It gives me a reason to do it, as well as just keep trying it on, because that's a workout in itself. They are a little difficult to get on, just like the silicones are. But so far, the bang for the buck is completely there, and like I said, I will update you guys in less than 2 weeks about how it swims in the water. So that's my dry review of the Finfolk mermaid fabric tails, especially the Aqua Fairy, which is the one that I ended up getting. And I hope to see you guys soon. Just a few updates. I do have a few videos planned out that I'm going to do. First things first, I have a Patreon set up now that will help me make better videos. It will provide me a little bit of help to get those DIY materials for some of the ideas I have coming up, because I'm going to focus on a lot of mermaid accessories. So for example, I have this little starfish dude right here that I made. He's in silicone, and he's going to be used on a top, not just him, obviously. He's a little small for that. But he's going to be the basis of the top, and I'm going to do one in the clamshell too, and I'm going to make a whole video for you guys of how to do it. My first one came out actually pretty decent. It does have some plaster marks, which is expected. This is the first cast in that plaster, so we're going to do it again and hopefully it comes out better. And then I'm going to perfect it and then send you guys a full detailed video, because I wish that I would have done the tail twice to give you guys more information of what to do better. So that's coming out, and then I'm also going to be doing some hair reviews. Now, I did the overtone one, which was hair colored. The next one I'm going to be doing is a product review. And then I'm going to also talk about how to deal with curly hair in chlorinated water, because that's a question I've actually been getting a lot on my Instagram, and also a question that I had before I started swimming, and how not to have to just wear swim caps all the time, but how to keep your hair healthy in the water. So hit that subscribe button, you'll get notifications for it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to direct message me on my Instagram. I posted the links to all my social medias below. That'd be great. Thank you guys. I love all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. Bye!